in Arizona. Welcome to Porchlight Letters podcast number 2188. We are getting close to Thursday when we're going to be doing show 2191, celebrating 6 full years of daily lives. Wow, it's going to be a milestone and a half. What's going to happen on August 1st? You'll have to tune in and find out. Before we get started with tonight's topic, with introducing this week's theme and tonight's topic, first of all, I'm probably going to get emotional about this. I want to give a huge heartfelt thank you to everyone who has messaged me, commented on posts on social media, messages, text messages, phone calls, voicemails, all about Zephy and expressing your sympathy. And thank you. They've truly touched me. That the impact that gorgeous little dog had on everybody. She was such an amazing dog. And the fact, and just all of the messages you guys have sent, whether it's been on reply, putting a comment on a post, and I am sorry I have not replied to all of them. It has been, one, very hard to read them, and two, I just not in that place right now to reply to most of them. But there are some beautiful messages in there, some beautiful comments that are on the posts. I've had text messages, I've had WhatsApp messages, I've had Facebook messages. They're just coming in from all over the place. I've even had people emailing me. I've had people leave voicemail because I'm not answering my phone right now, only in certain circumstances. But I just want to say from the bottom of my heart, thank you. Thank you for all of your support and all your comments and all your acts of love about Zephy. It has been very, very heartwarming, and I truly appreciate it. And I suddenly realized that last week's theme, Tiny Acts of Boldness, talked about this kind of I guess it was sort of like a premonition of what was going to happen this weekend. And Friday's one, the bravest thing I did today. The bravest thing I did on Saturday and into Sunday was laying beside Zephy for over 9 hours while she went through countless seizures before she finally passed. That was my bravest thing I did that day. I didn't think of it being brave at the time, but when I was looking back over my notes from last week's podcast and I saw that, I was sort of like, wow. Yeah, I really, it was just a simple act. It wasn't, to me, it wasn't a brave act. It was just an act of love. This week, our theme is keep showing up. And tonight, our topic is the power in showing up. And I was looking at, and as I was going through the notes for tonight's podcast, I was sort of like, yeah, I honestly don't want to be on the live right now. I really don't. But I have a commitment to do these lives. I just want to go and curl up and just be present in the moment with the memories. But part of life is the power of showing up. And there are times that you may not want to show up, and it's the best thing you could ever have done for yourself or for your business or for your family, that quality time and stuff. So our opening thought for tonight, there's a quiet kind of power in simply showing up, not for applause, not because it's perfect, but because it matters. Showing up is how the spark becomes a flame. It's how trust is built. It's how legacies begin. It's not all boldness is loud. Sometimes it's just being there again and again. It teaches us consistency creates safety, trust, and growth. And that's what I'm concentrating on, is trying to keep in routine. And I have to say, today was pretty tough, especially because I went out, I got the mail, I got groceries on the way home, and I came home and I opened up the door here that goes from the garage into the house, and Zephy wasn't there to greet me. Whenever I left the house, I would always tell her I'm going to be gone for X number of times. I would always have something on the TV for her, whether it was a movie or whatever. But then later on, I learned about the channel for separation anxiety, urban noises, that sort of stuff that you can play for dogs that helps keep them calm. Good for humans too, as a FYI. They will play for like 10 hours, 12 hours, whatever, so that it covers the day. It covers the day when you're gone for work and all that sort of thing. But it has no ads, which is awesome. But some of the ones that said no ads would start with an ad, and I knew that there's going to be ad breaks in between. So I was back out of that one, go into another one. But I even started playing that around the house when I was here and I didn't leave. And that way it gave her the sense of safety that she heard the music and she didn't associate it with me leaving. Instead of me putting the music on only when I left the house, I had it on all the time. So it became part of her daily thing. But when I opened up the door today, there was no Zephy wasn't there to start lecturing me about leaving her in the house by herself and not taking me with her. And yeah, because she loved to go wherever I went, and she would always get upset when I left to go do an errand. In the last 2 to 3 weeks, if I've left the house, she has gone with me. Simply because she was on seizure watch. So I couldn't leave her in the house by herself in case she had a seizure. So today was the first day I left the house left the house by myself. Left the house by myself to go and run errands. But coming home was tough with her not being at the door to welcome me. But anyway, keep showing up. So, like we said, when you keep showing up, it teaches consistency, creates safety, trust, and growth. You don't have to be at your best to be present. Showing up, especially when it's hard, reveals resilience. It's not about doing everything. It's about doing the next thing. What happens when you choose presence over perfection? You honor your commitments even when no one's watching. You become a lighthouse for others by simply keeping the light on. And I think it was a couple of weeks ago we were talking about the light. When did we? Oh, yeah. 2 weeks ago we were talking about keeping the light on. You realize your presence is the impact just by being there. When Brad passed, I missed being in person. He passed on September 24th, and we had our first mastermind group meeting in October, and I attended that one by Zoom. One, my parents were at the house with me, and two, I just didn't have the capacity at that time to drive from San Diego up to LA for the day. But I did promise them I would be there at the November one, and I walked into the room having November, saw a box of tissues, went and grabbed it, stuck it in front of me and said, "These are mine." I'm not sharing. It was hard for me to be there, but the impact it had on those that did attend, it gave them a chance to be able to express their sympathies from Brad's passing, and to just let me know how much he was loved, and the fact that I had shown up was just had an impact on everybody. That I was determined to keep my promise to Brad to keep moving forward. And that was a big step in that direction. How we carry forward, we decide who and what is worth showing up for. Let your consistency reflect your values. When motivation fades, let meaning take over. And keep showing up, not just for the world, but for yourself. For yourself. When you show up for yourself, it makes a big difference. Every time you show up, you leave a trace, a record that says, I was here, I cared, I didn't quit. That's how legacies are written, one steady day at a time. And now we've got some reflection questions for you. And they are in the description down below. You can write them on the Porch Notes pages that you'll find inside your Porch Light Reflection Journal. And I haven't yet switched the QR code on because I'm still gathering votes from the song. With the best me I can be, do you prefer Tui or do you prefer Brody? So that's what the vote's for. Scan that, listen to the two versions, and vote by making comments, by leaving comments, or by liking. So your reflection questions for today. When have you shown up even when it was difficult? I'll be honest, right here, right now. It's hard to be here. I know it'll get easier with time, but number 2, who benefits when you keep showing up? And make sure you put yourself on that list as well, because you benefit when you keep showing up. You're keeping the pace going. Even if you are down to a crawl, if you're down to half a step, as long as you keep moving forward. Number 3, what helps you stay consistent when motivation fades? And number 4, what does showing up look like for you right now? Showing up for me looks like right now, I'm a mess. I'm just going to show up as I am. I'm going to be raw. I'm going to be real. But trust me on this, no matter what happens, today is always super fantastic and sparkling. And that is something I wrote on the whiteboard next to Brad's bed the day before he passed. It was wrote on the Saturday he passed, 4 a.m. on Sunday morning. And when I was sitting next to his body just after he had passed, I'm looking up at the board. All I could see was today is always super fantastic and sparkling. And the always is written in capital letters just to emphasize it. And I thought, it truly is a super fantastic, sparkling day. Even though my heart is breaking, he's now at peace. He's free of the cancer that was ravaging his body. His body was starting to break down. His soul was free to fly. And I was very grateful for that. When Zephy passed, she was no longer under the influence of the canine insulinoma that was playing havoc with her pancreas and overproducing the insulin in her body and causing her blood glucose levels to drop, which was leaving her very lethargic, no energy, loss of appetite. She was now free of all of that, and I'm extremely grateful for that. This is like crazy, but this is life. We've got the ups and the downs. If you listen to these two songs, there's some powerful lyrics in there that so relate to this point in time for me. But my favorite lyrics in here is, tragedy can shake me, knock me to the floor, but I'll rise, I'll heal, I'll come back for more. With every scar, I'm stronger than before. Standing tall, I'm ready to soar. This is from the song "I Am the Best." The best me I can be, and I wrote this in September, October last year. And 3 weeks ago, I finally got the music composed and got it sung for me. And these two versions, if you go to this QR code, are the best 2 out of the 8 that were there. But this is I walked through heartache, faced down my fears, dried up my sorrow, brushed off the tears. Sometimes I falter, lose my way, but I'll keep on climbing, come what may. So those are just some of the lyrics. If you want to hear the rest of them, scan this code, go listen, and leave your vote, please. But just listen to the lyrics. You don't have to vote. Just go listen to the lyrics. And one's a very slow ballad type. The other one's a little more, they're both country. I will give you that warning right now. One is ballad and one is more, what do they call it? I think it's country pop. They called that one for the style. One's country ballad and one's country pop. So one's got a faster tempo than the other. You'll find the one that you like. Find the one that you like. And in closing, showing up doesn't mean having it all together. It means you came anyway. And that quietly, courageously is everything. And with that, I am out of here. Go out, have a super fantastic, sparkling evening, and we'll catch you guys back here tomorrow evening at 6 p.m. Pacific.